Oh, honey, picture this. It's my wedding day, the happiest moment of my life, or so I thought. The music swells, my new husband takes the microphone, his voice full of emotion as he says, "This dance is for my anchor of 7 years, the one who's kept me steady through it all." My heart leaps, but then he walks right past me, straight into the arms of another woman. The room gasps, my world shatters, and what happened next? Well, darling, it was a storm of secrets, tears, and the kind of justice that still makes me smile through the pain. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal from someone you trusted with your whole heart, or if you've dreamed of that moment when truth comes roaring back like a tidal wave, then hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Voices of Grandma Hattie for more real-life tales that tug at your soul, and settle in with a cup of tea. Because today, I'm sharing my own story, one that's raw, emotional, and ends with a sweet taste of redemption. You won't believe how one dance untraveled 7 years of lies, and rebuilt my life stronger than ever. Oh, my dear listeners, gather round now. It's your old Grandma Hattie here, sipping on my chamomile tea in this cozy little armchair by the window, where the sunlight dances through the lace curtains just like memories dance through my mind. I've got stories aplenty from my long life, 87 years of joys and heartaches, laughter and tears, but today, I'm gonna share one that's close to my heart, one that still brings a lump to my throat even after all these decades. It's a true tale, mind you, straight from the pages of my own life, though I've changed a name or two to protect the innocent, and maybe the not-so-innocent. Let me tell you about the day I said I do, only to have my world turned upside down by a dance that wasn't meant for me. It was back in the spring of 1958, oh mercy, seems like yesterday and a lifetime ago all at once. I was just 22, fresh as a daisy, with dreams as big as the Texas sky. My name was Harriet then, folks called me Hattie for short, and I grew up in a small town called Willow Creek, where the river wound lazy through the meadows and everyone knew everyone's business, or so we thought. My family wasn't rich, no sir, but we were close-knit. Papa worked the fields, Mama baked the best apple pies this side of the Mississippi, and I had 2 little brothers who trailed after me like puppies. Life was simple, predictable, until I met Edward. Edward Thompson, tall, dark-haired, with eyes like polished chestnuts and a smile that could melt butter. He rolled into town on a dusty old Ford truck, working as a traveling salesman for farm equipment. Oh, he was charming, that one. Swept me off my feet with stories of big cities and promises of a life beyond the cornfields. We'd meet by the old oak tree at sunset, holding hands and whispering about our future. "Hattie," he'd say, his voice low and earnest, "you're my everything. We'll build a home, have kids, grow old together." My heart just fluttered like a bird in a cage every time. After 2 years of courting, he proposed on bended knee with a tiny diamond ring that sparkled like a star. I said yes faster than you can say happily ever after. The wedding plans consumed us all. Mama sewed my dress by hand, white lace with pearl buttons, fitted just so. The church was booked, the flowers ordered from Mrs. Jenkins' garden, and the reception hall at the community center was decorated with streamers and balloons. Invitations went out to kin from near and far, cousins, aunts, uncles, even old Uncle Silas who hadn't left his porch in years. Edward's family came too, though they were a quieter bunch. His mama, a stern woman with pinched lips, and his sister Evelyn, who had this way of looking at me like I was something the cat dragged in. But I brushed it off. Weddings bring out the odd in folks, don't they? As the big day approached, I felt a mix of nerves and excitement bubbling up inside me. Sleepless nights dreaming of our first dance, our honeymoon in the mountains, the little house we'd rent on Maple Street. Edward was busy with work trips, coin and goon like the wind, but he'd call from payphones, his voice full of love. "Can't wait to make you Mrs. Thompson," he'd say. Oh, honey, I believed every word. The morning of the wedding dawned bright and clear, the kind of day that promises perfection. I woke to the smell of bacon frying and Mama humming hymns in the kitchen. My bridesmaids, my best friend Lucy and cousin Betty, giggled as they helped me into my dress, pinning flowers in my hair. "You look like an angel, Hattie," Lucy said, her eyes misty. Papa walked me down the aisle, his arm steady, whispering, "I'm proud of you, darling." The church was packed, organ music swell in, and there stood Edward at the altar, handsome in his suit, smiling like the cat who got the cream. The vows were a blur, I do, rings exchanged, a kiss that sealed it all. Cheers erupted as we walked out man and wife, rice raining down like confetti from heaven. At the reception, tables groaned with potluck delights, fried chicken, coleslaw, Mama's pies. The band struck up tunes, folks dancing and toasts flown. I was floating on a cloud, my hand in Edward's, thin kin. This was the start of forever. Then came the moment for our first dance. The lights dimmed, the crowd hushed. Edward took the microphone, his face glowing under the string lights. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said, his voice thick with emotion, "this dance is dedicated to my anchor of 7 years. The one who's been my rock, my steady hand through every storm. Without you, I wouldn't be here today." My cheeks flushed. Oh, how sweet. 7 years? We'd only known each other 2, but maybe he meant something poetic, like how it felt like forever. But then, he set the microphone down and turned. My arms opened for him, but he walked right past me. Straight past, without a glance. The room tilted, whispers rippled like waves. He strode across the dance floor too. Evelyn. His sister Evelyn. No, wait, not his sister. My mind reeled as he pulled her into his arms, her face lighting up with a smile I'd never seen before. The music started, unchained melody, ironic as it was, and they swayed together, lost in each other, while I stood there frozen, my white dress suddenly feeling like a shroud. Gasps echoed. Mama clutched her chest, Papa's face turned thunderous. "What incarnation?" someone muttered. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. 7 years? Evelyn? But she was his sister, or was she? Flashes hit me then, little things I'd ignored. Edward's family trips with Evelyn, her cold stares at me, the way they'd whisper and laugh in corners. Oh, Lord, the betrayal hit like a freight train. This wasn't a sister, this was a lover, hidden in plain sight under the guise of family. They'd been together 7 years, and I'd been the fool, the cover story for their forbidden affair. The dance ended to stunned silence. Edward finally looked at me, his face pale as milk. Hattie, I can explain. But there was no explain-in. The room erupted, shouts, cries. Uncle Silas stood up, shaking his cane. "You lying snake." Papa grabbed Edward by the collar, hauling him outside. Evelyn slunk away, tears stream in, but not before I saw the ring on her finger, matching Edward's, hidden all this time. I collapsed into a chair, my world crumbling. How had I missed it? The late nights, the secret of calls, the way Evelyn always tagged along on our dates, calling it family time. Betrayal burned hot in my chest, mixing with heartbreak. Friends rallied round, Lucy holding my hand. "We'll get through this, Hattie." But in that moment, I felt utterly alone, like the ground had swallowed me whole. As the chaos died down, the truth spilled out in waves. Turns out, Edward and Evelyn weren't blood kin at all. She was his childhood sweetheart from another town, but their families disapproved, something about old feuds. So they concocted this sister story when Edward moved to Willow Creek, planning to keep their love secret until they could elope. But Edward met me, saw a way to build a normal life as a cover, thinking he could have both. 7 years of lies, and our wedding was supposed to be the pinnacle, until his heart betrayed him on that dance floor, forcing the truth out. The annulment came swift, the marriage wasn't even a day old. Edward and Evelyn fled town that night, tails between their legs, leaving behind whispers and scandal. Me? I was shattered, honey. Spent weeks in bed, crying rivers, questioning every smile, every promise. Mama nursed me with soups and stories of her own heartbreaks. "Life ain't fair, but it's resilient, like you," she'd say.